Welcome back, everybody, for our second match of the day. We've got Team Dignitas versus LDLC Blue, and this is the RGN Pro Series. We're in Group C. As, again, these groups, we've got 4 in each group, 4 groups of 4 teams. The idea is all these teams play each other once, and then the top 2 teams will move on to our playoff, where we've got a double elimination, best of 3 in upper and lower bracket. It does look like LDLC Blue, they're going to be picking up the knife round. So, starting on the CT side on Inferno, again, a best of 1, that's definitely where you want to start off.
Oh, for sure. Much more traditional map brought in by these 2 teams. And last time I saw LDLC on this map, they got beat down by their LDLC counterparts.
Yeah, that was LDLC White doing some crazy things there, and I think there was a lot of metagaming in that. I imagine they practice a lot and just come up with some new stuff. But yeah, Dignitas saw recently they faced off against TSM, and they went 1-2. And of course, that scoreline, the fact that they took a map, they took Cash, and then made Mirage very, very close. This map specifically, they lost, I think it was 16-6. But still, versus TSM, like a tier 1 team, that's pretty nice. So I think LDLC Blue, they're gonna have their work in store for them here.
Yeah, obvious favorites being Dignitas, a lot of old schoolers, big names from them. Then LDLC. What's their adjustment from the last time? Like you were saying, I think the beatdown was because, you know, the way they probably play so much together. But hold that thought, we got Dignitas going with the oldest strategy in the game, a good old B rush, and they both get 2 openers. What EDM is there? It was a stack from LDLC. Good read, but Dignitas still pressuring in here. They still got to worry about EDM.
And Bully's on the flank here, and it's going to be EDM to take one more down before MSL drops him. They've got Bully coming up from Banana. Maddox still has an incendiary, so obviously very important. And MSL gets blindsided from Banana, so now it's a 2-on-1. Pimp gets the bomb down. He's going to be playing from New Box here. Just got to work these one-on-ones, and he's going to be playing Noise at this point. Just wants to figure out who's going to be pushing on which side. He's going to take a battle here, and they're lining up for him, but beautiful play as they basically just forcefully make sure that both of them are in his face at once. And LDLC Blue, they actually don't lose a single one of those 2. So look at that. XPG, 180 damage with nades. Beautiful way to stuff that B take. And Dignitas, they tried the B bust. They got the bomb down, but it will be an LDLC round.
Yeah, it's weird that they lost because they got both opening frags, but EDM didn't even need the nade damage. He's hitting nothing but heads at that USP, so big stuff from him, and they're stacking it again with 3 players. This is interesting from LDLC. Not worried about their A as much, which there is cause for alarm right now because the A take is coming in. They didn't buy up fully, though, so they are going to be going for the AKs next round. However, they do have P250s across the board. Oh, the player in Halls might get caught out. There it is. The rotate's on its way, but it might be a little bit too late. From the pit as well as Moto, the CTs need to hold on to it. And Dignitas trying to envelop, but nope, not allowed. Bully and HDM both patting those stats a little bit. And HDM, another big hold.
Yeah, and Bully from Pit as well. That was massive from him. Bully definitely, both of them, both those players, pretty standout here on the LDLC Blue lineup. So look out for them as we continue on here. Should be doing some big things, but obviously we see the T side. The benefit with getting that first round plant in and then saving for the second is you now get AKs. And generally speaking, you are going to outmatch the CTs in some way or another in terms of weaponry, as only Hedem and Bully gonna have M4s in hand. They've got 2 FAMAS and a UMP still. And it looks like the T's taking control of lane at top mid. They've smoked off arch side. MSL looking towards Truck, and oh, they're gonna take down Bully so easily as he's jumping on Truck. I'm confused what that play was, as they had no eyes on Truck side mid, the fact that he could get taken down there. So now they're gonna drop a smoke. CT sided smoke. Interesting as Hedem drops that from Pit, but the T's left with so much time with this man advantage.
Yeah, LDLC is trying to make the adjustment by stacking an additional player from A or from B over towards A, and it is working out. This is not the same LDLC team that I saw when them were facing off against White. They're aggressing. They're putting 3 players at Banana at the start. Interesting stuff. We'll see if the changes end up panning out. But Dignitas, do they get another kill? That's MSL now rotating back over towards the B-bomb site. Who is it here? XPG doesn't have the best weapon for this hold. His teammate Petite Scale's on his way, but maybe just a bit too late. Now coming into the bomb site. Dignitas really want their first round. Looking for XPG in the back. TRB spots some. AZ gets the kill, however. And now Petite Scale kind of left his teammate out to dry.
Yeah, unfortunately, they do take bomb site B control. Petite Skill maybe could have jumped in to help out, but instead they are going to save these weapons. So will be the first round coming in for Dignitas. And again, we see the strength of having AKs across the board. They bully their way up mid. There's no real weaponry on the CT side that allows them to just stop them at middle. They've got no AWP presence or anything to that effect. And I'm still a little bit confused as we saw the first player go down. I think, again, that was Bully jumping on truck, and I'm still not sure if he was actually trying to get up onto the balcony or if he was just kind of jump peeking into apartments. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, it's way too late to do that, man. Like, you got to make a choice. You got to do that at the start, or you don't do that. Otherwise, you get killed.
Exactly. So, and they pushed up mid so quickly. Again, they had that smoke down on Arch side to protect themselves, and they basically just stole that frag early on. So,
and especially with no mid control as well, like that's what makes it really weird. Like if you got a guy holding your arch, sure, you can get up there, adjust your position, but with nothing, him going for that, really aggressive stuff.
Yeah, exactly. As it does look like we're gonna have a pause coming in here, 2-1. As the CTs, you can see their monetary situation not great. As yeah, they do not have a ton to throw into equipment, and again, the benefit to stealing that third round rather than you don't get any bomb plants or anything you buy on the fourth round. And obviously the CTs, if they've made it through those anti-ecos clean enough, they could actually buy after losing a round. But you can see here that they're very short on money. So Dignitas will have a big advantage once again in this round. They had it in the last round. They'll continue to have it, as it should only be 2 M4s. They'll be able to drop a little bit. I think there was... So Famasa, they dropped to now. It will be just those 2 guns, whether or not they buy behind it. Petite Skill's got 3,200, technically could drop, and 4,100 on XPG. So it'll be interesting to see, but we got to figure out what's going on with this pause first and foremost. It looks like apparently someone had timed out, but let's see here. It does look like
we got a little trolling. He said to close Spotify.
Right. Pimp the comedian himself, as... Looks like everybody's alive and well. Actually, I think Heatum's the only one not moving at spawn right now, so I think he's the one that's dropped out here, so hopefully we can get him back in a timely manner. But I'll take this opportunity to... there we go, Heatum has left, so hopefully he gets back in here, like I said, in a timely manner. But take this opportunity to talk about our Zubu follower giveaways, guys, as we are very close. We're 33 followers away from giving away a Minimalware USPS Orions. If you guys are on any other website, say for example you're watching on CSGO Lounge or any other website where you've got our stream embedded in the webpage, come on over to azubu.tv/GoRGNTV. And if you make an account, drop us a follow. Again, at 1,500 follows, we're going to be giving away that Orion. So definitely, again, we're so close, honestly. The fact that we've got 98, we've got over 9,000. I just love saying that. Over 9,000 viewers right now. So drop
it's
on
me
by
and
that.
my nerd core.
Exactly, right?
Hold this joke in the book. It seems like from LDLC, nobody wants a gun. They're just like throwing it to each other in spawn, like treating it like hot potato or something.
Gotta pass the time somehow, right? It's the small games as you're
and
tossing
now
them back
Bully's
and forth.
hoarded them to himself. Yeah, this is funny. Let's get eyes on this. Bully, he's tired of throwing these guns around. He says, "Nobody, these
It's
are
like
my
enough
guns."
is enough. We're gonna put those aside. Someone's gonna toss this and get themselves hurt. We're just, even with the safety on, guys, this isn't a good game to be playing. So he's gonna be the adult in this situation, just kind of stow the guns away behind himself
As he guards it with a knife.
Exactly. Coming in closer,
man.
I swear, it's not gonna be fun time, guys. It's not gonna be fun times.
You were talking about we got a little time to kill, I assume. Like should LDLC not buy up? I don't know if there's no real right or wrong here. They do have enough money to go for it. Like only Bully would be left kind of out to dry a bit. They got 2 guns. I mean, maybe grab Bully a Mag 7 or something. But if they don't buy up behind it, these 2 guns that they do have, if they don't save them, they won't have much effect. So as much as you know, I don't like force buys and like how often they occur. I wouldn't mind if LDLC did it here because of how much is at stake early on, and they still have Dignitas in a spot where if Dignitas loses, we're still looking at a save from them. So I'm going against what I usually say, and I think LDLC should force up here.
And you've seen a lot of times, Inferno especially, CTs buy up with simply just upgraded pistols, and they stack a location, or just one way to do it, for example, is you stack like 4 on A, 2 on each side of mid, or something like that. You could even totem pole if you want, or banana plays. There's a lot of ways that you can play it, and being that you already have those 2 M4s, I think it is a good idea to force buy up with it, as again, it is risky, but the percentage in terms of convertibility, I think it's pretty darn good. So, again, we'll see if that's going to be the case.
Just like Box says, just map of nothing but choke points, and the CTs you could set up a lot of traps. Like you got banana, you could throw a bunch of people on arch side, a bunch of people on porch, maybe double up on each side, like you were saying. You could trap them in the apartments. Like you could do a lot of gambits on the CT side of Inferno.
Yeah, certainly plenty of areas to get cheeky with. As again, you kind of need to throw something in there. You can't really afford to just play passive on sites. Just in general on CT, you either need control, generally speaking, of apartments or banana, one of the two. And obviously, one of the ways to take banana control is get that smoke down early in bottom of banana. And classically in tier 1 CS, what we'll see a lot of the time is a double Molotov to follow that up, as someone from CT spawn will throw that smoke down. But the thing is, in theory, they should be able to make it just through the smoke as you kind of show up. So that's why you got the double Molotov. People might run through 1 Molotov if they got armor. There's no way they're running through 2. And 2 is just such a stretch. Like, you just can't even see the finish line there. So,
the carpet bomb strat. I love when we first saw that, like the Molotov. This is a map that it started that sort of strategy. There's Molotovs, 3 or 4 Molotovs over banana, and then just bombing the site, flashing people like while they're blind. I'll never forget, like, just watching a player for the first time, blind, burning to death from a Molotov, just with the excellent nade execution and such. But it's kind of fallen out of style. I'm wondering, maybe teams just got wise to it or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's still effective on B because you can clear out, for example, like second set of oranges, first set of oranges. You just kind of can take away half of the bomb site already. But other than that, I personally am a huge advocate of learning all the Molotovs and incendiaries, because we're starting to realize that even if you don't use it early on, especially on the CT side, during a retake, an incendiary is so effective. You can clear out an entire spot if you think say, for example, you're going into B, you're trying to retake there, you think someone's in dark spot, you drop a Molotov there, the guy's dead, or he's got to peek out. One of the two, you hold the angle for a split second, he's either going to pop out. There's some more metagaming there where some players will actually sit in the fire near death, and then they're like,
get an early ticket to Burning Man, you know?
Exactly. But no, I think that there's definitely a lot of merit to utilizing those grenades and such, and we're still seeing kind of the start of it, as they have been utilized pretty well, but a lot of teams still just don't have that quite. And quite honestly, North American CS especially doesn't really have that down. They've got kind of the default Molotovs, but other than that, like, watch EU
we
stuff.
We just dog on our North American counterparts all the time.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but we all know that we only speak facts here. It's just the truth, unfortunately. And the EU guys, for example, will set up some crazy post-plant where they've got Molotovs. It's like, okay, I've got X amount of time to kill. I'm going to save this Molotov and basically huck it on the bomb as soon as, like, say, for example, you're a Mirage and you plant it for a ramp, and you go down ramp and you've got a Molotov in hand. You can utilize that so well. You got to peek out for a split second to drop that Molotov, and then you basically just stay alive and you're good to go, right? So, anyhow, guys. Talking circles
we do
around
have to
this
take
topic.
A break.
Yeah, I think we might take a break here, as I believe we're gonna get a stand-in here for LDLC Blue. Not a lot of fun.
Who from LDLC White are we gonna see? This is always exciting when one of the LDLC teams need a stand-in. They can just call on their French counterparts.
Ooh, we'll see. I think last time we were talking about Fuchs, right? He was definitely one of the.
Fuchs. Maybe some Twanu. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd like to see either or. So we'll see what ends up occurring here, guys. As again, we're gonna take a very short break. When we return, we will have the continuation of this best of one LDLC Blue versus Team Dignitas. So enjoy the music, guys. We'll be back in just a few.
to Boston, lives in a world she's lost in, victim of compromise. He's staring at her Aberdeen heart, London eyes, Glasgow bones. She's whistling the catacombs, a paradox. He's in love with the statue in a marble block. He's in love with the girl that time forgot. She just shakes her ears. She's falling too far torments, an angel in disguise. But he can see your Aberdeen heart, London eyes, Glasgow bones. She's a whistle in the catacombs, a paradox. Oh, he's in love with the statue in a marble block. He's in love with the girl that time forgot. She just shakes her wrist. She's falling too far with salt in her scars. Won't let him taste her tears. She's falling too far. The girl that time forgot. You let her go, catacombs. You let her go, let her go, catacombs. You let her go. She just shakes her ears. She's falling too far with salt in her scars. Won't let him taste her tears. She's falling too far.
All right, guys, we're back, and as you can see, we've got a pretty good player in the server here. It's gonna be Kiyoshima standing in for the LDLC lineup again, the French CS:GO scene. So Kiyoshima will be on that CT side. So this makes things very interesting here. And again, Dignitas, they're completely fine with this, and everybody that might be a little bit upset that he's in here. This is a top-tier tournament. You're gonna be playing against some of the best people in the world. So being that Kiyoshima's in, he falls right in nicely. So we'll see how that works.
A big bank of players that they could go from too.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, big name. But we'll see how Kyo plays here. We got Dignitas now. Gonna try to come up the middle. The bomb is back in spawn. Where's Kyo playing? He's gonna be playing towards the porch side. It looks like right by the truck. And what's Dignitas' move here? It looks like Kyo might be tested right away upon entering the server, but Dignitas is taking it real slow-like. They have the bomb again back at mid. There's Kyo. Gets his first frag of the match and falls off. Already a good start for him.
Yeah, MSL will trade though. Manic goes down on the arch side of mid. So 4-on-4 here, and XPG Bully both pretty low at the moment. So they're going to be taken towards A. It's going to be Kyo to find another one onto MSL. He's playing from arch side here. He's holding a nice tight angle, but will go down to Kazure B. So now Petite Skill and XPG trying to retake the A bomb site. Dignitas with a good post-plant setup. They've got one of the triangles of doom here as they smoke off Moto. It's going to be XPG trying to work through that smoke, but they're going to smoke it off once again. So they basically either have to go right through it or rotate around maybe towards truck, but they've smoked off truck as well. So this is a great way to hold on to this bomb site. It basically gives it nothing for LDLC Blue to work with.
Exactly. It's so frustrating when you're trying to rotate in these situations too. You're like, why do you have a smoke still? It's so late in the round, and you figure that all the smokes will be expended by that point. You need them to get into the bomb site. So Dignitas hanging onto those, really nullifying any chance of LDLC making that clutch happen, as you can't rush through a smoke if there's multiple people looking at the smoke. So LDLC, they do lose that one, but that was their kind of forcey buy that we were talking about beforehand, where we were debating if it was a good idea or not for them to buy. But they bought up quite a bit again here.
Yeah, they were able to save those 2 rifles, so again, they decided to buy up with it. And again, it's not a bad idea, I suppose, as
arguments
Inferno.
for both sides.
Yeah, it's very debatable. As the T is looking to take up Banana. They are smoked off currently, but MSL leading here. He's got Nico and AZ right behind, and they looking to be jumping on Lumber, trying to spot out if there's someone in New Box. But the CT is playing 4 towards A, so XPG, the only one inside of bomb site B. They get a little bit more aggressive. They might find out, but he has dropped another smoke here, so it'll prevent that as the rest of the T's head towards top mid. Kiyoshima playing a nice angle here, waiting for someone to peek down. Boiler actually receives one to the face as he crosses there. As he goes down to 41, now he's going to receive a boost up over the smoke here, and Maddox going to go down, but Bully fires back, so 1-for-1 trade as they're going to have 4 players left, and they still haven't completely committed toward the bomb site.
Yeah, Dignitas just taking their time here. They don't want to give any fights to LDLC that it's not on their terms. So I like their slow, methodical approach. Petite Scale thinking about pushing through this smoke here. Dignitas already in the bomb site, and Petite going. He's got to go now. Everybody from his team is already dead before he finally made the push move. So Petite Scale took a way too long to go through that smoke, but you can't really fault him for it being super cautious. But nonetheless, Dignitas take the round, and those few guns LDLC bought, like we see him sitting at a 4,300, 4,200 mark, and that's the problem with it. Now your buy round is not that strong, and the buy rounds are the ones that you're really banking on winning.
Exactly, and at the very least, they get a smoke on every player. So the game of choke points here on Inferno, they're able to do at least that, but I don't know if it's going to matter as the Dignitas lineup just brutalizing their way up Banana here, but it's going to be Petite Skill to find one. They're able to trade off immediately, so both defenders of B down, and this is entering, at this point, 4 players alive. They're getting the bomb site. You're nowhere near the bomb site. This is almost safe territory, but it looks like they're going to, at the very least, send some players over, maybe see if they can pick some players off before they commit to an actual retake.
Yeah, I think that's the idea here. They're kind of having Bully work up slowly, Banana. If Dignitas give them anything to work with, say maybe Bully gets that kill, then you're looking at a 3-on-3. You don't have to commit here if you're LDLC, and they're not going to. Once Bully goes down, that's when the save call had been made. So, Kyo as well as Mad C. Going to have some rifles into the next round. If they're staying consistent, they're going to buy on top of that. But last time they tried that, it did not work out. Dignitas, I think the reason it didn't because is how slow and methodical Dignitas are playing. And on Inferno, that's what you see. You see the similar style from all the top tier teams on Inferno because there's really not that many ways you can play it. Like you have to get control of Banana, get control of the apartments, and then make a decision on what the CTs have been giving you that entire time. So that's what we're seeing. What's the word I'm looking for? A dedicated Dignitas team to that style.
And they're up 4-2 now as LDLC Blue, they're basically just force buying in every situation. They've bought the last few rounds, so we'll see how this plays out as got 2 FAMAS on the board. Hiroshima will have an M4A1S, but they try and push players down Banana early here as Petite Skill took 1 and gets dropped down to 4 HP. XPG still posted up aggressively down Banana. They've got that deep Banana smoke, so this is why they're able to do what they're doing, but the problem with it is that the one player that they leave is not very equipped, so if they decide to just kind of challenge and go for it down Banana, I think XPG might not have a good time, but will be at the very least able to drop 1 more smoke, so the T's will be slowed down slightly here, as, again, the only action that we've seen thus far, Petite Skill getting dropped down, and he's rotated back over to our side A, but the T's just working very slow, and I like this from Dignitas.
Yeah, me too. And it's a similar situation as we saw before because LDLC did buy on top of this. It's really ballsy play that they're making. And Dignitas, I think they have the hard counter to it just based upon how they're playing it. They're not running into anybody. They're not giving LDLC any easier frags than they should have. Now 30 seconds left. Even they're still putting smokes up, but the good flash from LDLC allows Bully to peek out. He's going to get the third. Might even be looking for the ace. LDLC have a bunch of players up inside as well. Here comes Bully hunting for it. That's the 4th. Looking for the ace on the Pimp. Oh, it's not going to be allowed, but that was a close one. Good teamwork by LDLC. The pop flash they threw for Bully won him that round, hands down.
Definitely. That teamwork was fantastic. And again, you could have a bunch of skilled aimers and hope that that works out great for you, but at the end of the day, teamwork, especially on the CTs, well, on both sides, honestly, but CT side working that defensive angle there, that pop flash did wonders for them, and LDLC Blue definitely, that is what got him the round. So, and I'm seeing people asking in chat here, we have hit 1,500 followers, so we are going to be doing that USPS Orion giveaway. We're going to be doing that at the end of our European broadcast, so we still have a good amount of content left, guys, but we will be doing that as soon as we're done that stuff. So a trade early on as MSL, he takes down Matic. Matic was able to find Nico. Again, the trade comes in, so a 4-on-4, and they're going to take down XPG as well in Banana. That's easy, making it difficult for those Banana players. But Dignitas very pushed up right now, already 2 players through arches.
Yeah, and Dignitas, they have some options here. They're still trying to take the fight in CT spawn, but Bully, if Bully starts heating up, things get scary for Dignitas. He's one of those kind of players that just has a momentum about him once he gets going. And PRB wants to fight, takes it, wins it. Now, only 1 up for LDLC. That's Petite Scale. He's booking it from the B-bomb site, but the bomb is already going to be planted. They're going to have optimal time to set up for the post plants. So this retake is really hard to do for Petite.
Oh, he takes down the first, though. Drops him in pit, and now versus Pimp. 32 HP. Pimp's going to be playing the spammable box right behind the pillar. He peeks out, but it will be Petite Scale. Beautiful 1v2 as...
Boy, was I wrong.
Well, the reason he's able to get that is I don't think they expected him to really peek that quick. The man in pit, KRGB, was more or less just hunting for a little bit of information, and little does he know that he's about to get one-tapped as he peeks around the corner. So if they're able to work that crossfire a little bit better, if he maybe finds the information that he's Moto, and then just hides in pit, waits for him to get to a location where he's fighting Pimp or something, then they can crossfire him. But 2 1v1s, and that's the way she goes. LDLC Blue take the round, and it does look like, unfortunately, Petite Skill is having some issues here. So we are in another
just send
pause.
In the rest of NVS.
Right, who's next? Shocks, who are we seeing here? MBK, who's awake? Who's ready to rock?
Right? If they're not awake, there's something wrong there. I mean, what time is it over there?
That's true. It's got to be evening time, so it's probably, who knows? Maybe they go to bed early. I don't know.
Yeah. I suppose us gamers don't really have, anybody in the industry does not have a regular sleep schedule.
Who knows, right? I don't know. I know for me, I stay up very late, and I think that's a classic kind of gamer schedule, but who knows? Maybe these guys are a little bit more disciplined. They game 9 to 5. Who knows? But here we go. It looks like the unpause underway, so just a short one here, as happy about that. 4-4, though, as Dignitas on their T side. The fact that they're at 9 rounds in, not too shabby at all for them, and they got another rifle round underway.
Yeah, and again, that 1 versus 2 by Petit, if he would have lagged out just a little bit sooner, then that would have been way different. But gets the 1 versus 2 done, and yeah, I think you hit it on the head. Dignitas did not expect him to peek out like that, and nobody would allow themselves to have that angle taken on them, like the pit from Moto. There's no way. But here comes Dignitas up, banana, LDLC trying to get real aggressive. If Petit still goes down, that should be the round. Dignitas already up 5-3, and LDLC just crumble to the banana take.
Yeah, that's a big problem. If you're not able to honestly do anything when they're taking up banana like that, you see KRGB down to 12 HP, but that's the most they were able to do. We see Matic goes down to that HE grenade. Nico takes him out. It's only Bully and Kiyoshima, and again, they're in safe territory. They breach up banana so quickly that they rotate over, but even in that rotate, they're not really quick enough to find any advantageous, like, favorable angles to try and retake. At that point, Dignitas doesn't have to use any of their utility until they actually get the bomb down, and they still have so many smokes and Molotovs, flashes, you name it. Again, Nico got a frag with one of his HE grenades there, so they've got so much to use. Just taking banana, they use nothing doing so, and it leaves them in a great spot in post-plan.
Yeah, it's a nightmare scenario if you're LDLC there, because both your banana players go down like that without getting any kills or without getting just delaying them a bit. A lot of times the way it works out if you're the CTs rotating there is you might get traded out 1 for 1, and then you got a player that's barely hanging on to life, just like lobbing smokes and flashes, trying to delay for your teammates to come through. But if you don't have any time to rotate and at least meet the T's at the same time as you're coming in, that's when you just save. Just don't do anything more. You're gonna lose, as you were saying. Have all the utility you need afterwards. And now Dignitas, they like what they saw at B. They're gonna try it again. LDLC did hang on to 2 guns. This time LDLC doesn't buy behind it though. Now moving up into banana. They're walking straight into a stack. Doesn't matter. LDLC have a bunch of people here, and Frenchmen look like they're gonna be able to take this round. AZ as well as Pimp, they got to get out of there. It's going to be a foot race to the A bomb site, and it's going to be won by Dignitas. This time, I don't think they're going to make the same mistake of not post-plant positioning themselves good. But look at how they're not even rotating. This is so strange.
Yeah, they will finally get the Q. Kiyoshima running through T-spawn. He's got XBG that goes down in Speedway, so AZ with that frag, but it will be Kiyo who opens up from Library. Pimp just playing a very passive angle here, and Kiyoshima decides to peek out. That should be the end of his life. Although Bully's going to peek out from Arches, so Pimp, it's such an awkward situation. This is just, it's a bit of a coin flip which direction to look, but he finds one, and he gets both! Kiyoshima falls quickly after Pimp! The read was beautiful. He saw Bully come out, and he knew Kiyoshima was right behind that door as his teammate went down to him. What a play. Dignitas take the round.
That is good stuff from Pimp. And like when the scoreline is tight like that, it's those big plays that determine the victor. It comes down to those just little moments in this game, and that was a monstrous play by Pimp here. Now looking to ride that momentum all the way to victory. We'll see. LDLC, they've lost 2 in a row. They're still going to buy up a bit, but LDLC, we saw this is the same problem with the Envious. They buy up it just a little bit too much, in my opinion, and don't make their gun rounds as strong as they can be. But they are winning this round so far. They've dropped the numbers down a bit. Every time I highlight it, it just goes the entirely wrong way.
Yeah, that's the way she goes. As Nico nade goes over his head, it's gonna be Kiyo to open up with another frag headshot. As Pimp will be able to get one on XBG, so a 2-on-3. Favorable for the CT side. Equipment-wise, not so much, but at least the play. Oh my god. Kiyoshima showed his worth as that hand cannon's found 2 heads. Can it find a third as Pimp? He clutched that last round. We'll see if he can do this one, and definitely they had much better weapons in that last round. That being said, Kiyo's definitely on point at the moment, so Pimp making his way up into apartments. The benefit for him, or an advantageous situation for him, is that he's got 35 seconds to play with, but he is going to flash at a balcony here and finds himself in, honestly, out of all of the places, he's got to go somewhere, but I feel like that one specifically, you're a sitting duck on the balcony there. So many angles to watch.
And the way he approached it, too, like he was playing with his main advantage at that point was like the silent aspect. He could creep out and try to catch somebody, just peek in the apartments, then take the next fight. But that flash he threw, he couldn't even set up to take a fight. He had to juke it back around with his crosshair. And easy kill for LDLC, and they win the force buy. It wasn't really a force buy, but they bought up just a bit. Exactly the thing I was talking about that they shouldn't do. Is what won them the round. So, I'm a big noob, but we're on to the next round. And looks like Dignitas, they're still going for that mid control. This is a very traditional Inferno round unfolding in front of us. Dignitas just waiting around, seeing if anybody from LDLC is going to peek, which has been a very common theme throughout so far. LDLC getting aggressive on the CT side as well. So, Dignitas, eventually they're going to have to make their move here, and then trying to get banana control. Like how far are they going to go for it? They like to have the bomb back down by their spawn. This time, the minor difference is they only have they have 2 players at banana instead of just 1, and that may be the indicator that Dignitas, like just a little variation in their strat going towards A or B. But Dignitas, it looks like eventually, after they've gained the banana control, they got to make a choice. You have to hit A or B, and once you solidify banana control, the rotate gets a lot harder for the CTs.
Yeah, and Petite Skill, he still had a smoke. He just dropped it right now. So if they want to go towards B, it's either through a smoke or with like 10 seconds left. And
So
it looks
patient.
like, yeah, we'll see. Dignitas, they're going to send AZ close up to that smoke. And he's just going to go for it here as he's trying to pull players over, and it's worked out brilliantly. Not a single
Look
CT
at
on his
that.
bomb site A. Wow, they bought that completely. Bully now quickly rotating back in, but unless he's able to get a couple frags here, not really worth it. He finds one, so at the position they're in with the man advantage, not a bad exchange, but bombs planted, now a 3-on-4 as all the CTs stuck at arches.
Yeah, now they want to come around from the mid with the majority of their players. They still got one lurking about in Moto. Mad C coming up from the apartments. He's trying to check it, but no, Pimp is going to be the one who finds the kill. LDLC, they don't want to give this round up. They're still taking it. Dignitas, still 2 up. They still got the control of the apartments as well. Nico from the site goes down. LDLC, they got to get on the bomb. They don't even have to just yet. And they are going to have time to get that defused. So, nicely done by LDLC, and a good recovery because it was his death of the salesman over at the B-bomb site. He had everybody sold with one player coming in, and LDLC still managed to win the round. Post-plant positioning from Dignitas. I don't know if that was the issue or not, but LDLC just with a really slick retake.
Yeah, they made it work. They had a number of players still alive, and I think Dignitas, they had some lit members, so ends up going LDLC's way. They get the bomb plant nonetheless, and they're able to buy up here once again. Makes their buy stronger, so
Yeah,
6-6 though. Dignitas have hit that number that, if it's 9-6, that's kind of what you expect, CT side to T side here. So anything more for Dignitas, they're going to be feeling great. And LDLC Blue, obviously, they're shooting for 9. So they want to play lights out for the remainder of the half. But Dignitas has been on a bit of a roll. They've lost the last 2 rounds, but they've still had a decent amount of success. Obviously, that anti-eco, not as much, but the last round more so than the one before. But they take up towards lane, and they have control of top mid here. Maddox playing closet near arches. It's going to be Bully to open up. Takes down a player exiting out of boiler, but it's going to be AZ to take down XPG at B, and that means there's not a single B player over there. Petite Skill's going to be rotating out, but at the same time, Nico takes down Maddox and arches, and now the CTs, they basically have to leave Petite Skill at B because they lost a player there. Where does Dignitas go is the question. They've thrown down a ton of smokes towards A, but it looks like they're rotating back.
Yeah, but it's going to be Petite Skill. He's got a lot of work to do here. Here come Dignitas. They're not even waiting for the smoke. Petite Skill, if he loses this fight, MSL gets out of there clean. Now this should indicate to his teammates, look at how far they are away though. Petite Skill, it's him versus the world for a long time. At least 10 more seconds before LDLC can move in. But Petite Skill's done a fantastic job here.
Yeah, certainly. He has stopped it. Well, maybe except for that part, as he does decide to get a bit aggressive, maybe too early. As I don't blame him, as it's taken forever for this rotate to come in. But they're coming from banana, and both of them going the same way. So here they go. They're gonna Molotov that first and second set of oranges, but no one's playing there. It's gonna be AC from Spindle, takes down Bully. Now in a 1v2, Hiroshima has to come up massive here, and he's not gonna be able to do it. AZ finishes off the round. Easy skins, AZ life. Isn't that the phrase? 4K for AZ.
It used to be my life until I lost everything.
Right? Oh, man.
Right.
So many people would say the same as LDLC Blue. Now, they've got 2 rounds left in this half, and they've got very little money to play with.
Yep, and that 9-6, it's pretty much what I feel the score line. 9-6 CTs is what I see Inferno as. So that is out the window now. LDLC have already pretty much lost the half in my eyes. And now they're going for some aggression over here at Banana. And Dignitas know that it's stacked, and they're still going for it. Interesting stuff, especially after the decisions that they've been making has been so, like, methodical in their approach. Like the last round we saw, it got brought down to the 4-on-3 situation. Then Dignitas would spread the CTs very thin, made them guess. But this round, even after seeing the stack, continue to pressure into B here. Let's see if Keo can put this Deagle to work. He's waiting for this smoke to dissipate. Oh, he's got to wait about another 15 or so seconds before he can even blast off with that Deagle if he wants to. But teammate, he's going to be getting out of there. He has armor and CZ. But I don't think Keo wants to give up on this round just yet. But at the economical standpoint is kind of out the window because it's so late in the half. So Keo, he's just trying to get a gun here, I believe. Taking guns away from Dignitas would not be that big of a deal. So Keo's going to die here in just a second. Ooh, tries to do some tricky stuff, but doesn't get it. Goes down. Bully, only Frenchman making it into the next round, but he doesn't have a real gun, just a CZ. But Dignitas, they're looking good on their T side. I love the patience, and aside from that last round, of course.
Yeah, and like you suggested, I think Dignitas doing fantastic here on their T side of Inferno. The one thing that I would say, just looking back at the drawing board, say, for example, they win this, still looking at things they can improve on, those anti-ecos. I think that Molotov's underutilized in their anti-eco rounds, as you can clear out so many locations. Even if they stack B, you can funnel them all into one location simply by Molotoving in the right fashion. So I think seeing a little bit more of that, but other than that, honestly, Dignitas doing work here. They're doing a great job. 8 rounds. And now, in the last round of the half, the CTs are able to buy up, but it's going to be easy to once again drop a player. XPG. Matic goes down as well. He's traded as MSL gets dropped, but 4v3 here. Advantage to the T's as Bully is aggressively peeked inside of Bedroom. Takes down Pimp, so he will find his frag 3 on a 3-on-3, and he will get dropped down to 50 as he tries to leave balcony. It's going to be Kjaerby who takes him down low, but gets dropped himself to 2 HP, and now they're rotating back over to B. Once again, Petite Skill needs to come up with frags.
He did it last time. He just got a little too aggressive in the end. Ooh, he might even throw this Molotov. Kjaerby is like so low, 2 HP. If he can get that Molotov off, he might just find a really easy kill, and that'd be really nice for them. Gets the first one. Oh, easy is there for the trade real fast. And now the rest of the LDLC, they really like to stack pit. Like when they get in these odd man situations, I've noticed that they like to put their players inside the pit. Problem being is the rotate. It takes so long. So now LDLC, it's maybe 15 seconds has already expired on the bomb before they're going to make their way in. But it's Bully and Keo. Who knows the next time we'll see this duo, but they're going for it. 2-on-2. Back of the site for Dignitas. First player goes down for LDLC. Bully is there. Oh, the one shot from Kjaerby. Nut stuff. And Dignitas, they've been winning a lot of these clutch rounds. LDLC has won some of the more eco kind of rounds where they kind of had some pistols here and there, but Dignitas has been impressing me in the odd man situations.
Oh yeah, pimping that 1v2, that was absolutely brilliant.
Just dirt.
That was, and that was Bully and Kiyoshima again there, that he was able to outplay more or less. So beautiful round
nice
from
little
Dignitas.
feather in your cap.
Exactly, no, definitely. That's not too bad at all as Dignitas. And again, I was mentioning their recent matches, 1 and 2 versus TSM, taking a pretty decent victory on Cash, having 16-13 on Mirage as well in Inferno. It was a little bit more lopsided, 16-6, I believe. But still, Dignitas is a very strong lineup, and I feel like the more you give this Dignitas lineup time, again, MSL, it's, I would say recent, but it's not so recent anymore. MSL actually being part of the ex-Copenhagen kind of lineup initially. I think that's where he made a lot of his name. I could be mistaken about some of that, but I know he used to be with those guys, Asilian and Hunted and that kind of thing. Got scooped up to this Dignitas lineup, but 9-6 here. As, again, the favorites coming into this, definitely Dignitas, and I'll mention it once more. One of our partners, eBettle. If you guys want to bet for real coin, you can check out eBettle, as they've got all of our matches up there. But here we go, pistol round live, and we see a lot of armor on the field. Nico, the only one with a kit on the CT side, and the T side got 2 full sets of nades, and then armor on the rest.
Yeah, we'll see what they want to do with this. Pressuring up towards Nico here. He is at the car, but they're stacked behind him. Oh, now they're relinquishing it. They're falling back into spawn. So what's the setup from Dignitas? They had the right read on the situation. Oh, the double nade.
Wow.
That was so cool.
Yeah, that was a huge opening. They double nade up Banana, and that's one of the guessing plays. They may have been able to do some demo watching, be like, this guy likes to play here on this round, and they just go for the double nade like that. So much money on a regular round. 2 nades, not that expensive. Pistol round, that's a big investment. So the fact that they take down Nico, fantastic, is now in a 5v4. They're going to have multiple players pushed up mid, but it looks like they're not convinced. They've got 45 seconds. They're going to have another man going back towards the B site, and that's going to be Petite Skill just dropping a smoke, and it's simply a fake, though. They want to keep those 2 players on the B site. Now they're going to have Keo just run on in. Gets dropped by AZ immediately, but it's the A-bomb site that they need to worry about.
Yep, coming in. Kierby from up top. Gets one. Looking for the second. He's going to run out of bullets, though. Now his teammate, Pimp, in the back of the site. He's got a bunch of T's in his face, and he can't connect onto anybody. Kierby gave Pimp a good chance of shutting that round down, but just couldn't connect. Now, Dignitas, they're going for it. MSL and AZ coming up from the Moto. First kill goes to Petite. Only AZ here. He had a beautiful one-tap at the start of the round, or over towards the B side, but with only 11 HP here, I don't know. He's going to save this. What does he have? Armor? He has armor and a kit, so okay. I'll allow it. I hate saves on pistol rounds because you never know. It can get real crazy and random. But with a kit and some armor, not a bad decision to save it up, of course. But I want to go back to the start of that round. That nade, the guesswork, and I love the fact that you pointed out how much more those nades are worth on the pistol round because you only have $800 to work with. So I like that point, and the fact that they did it so early. And it's a big risk. You know, they could have got armor instead if they wanted to. So LDLC, I love that play.
Now, worked out well for them as they take the pistol round, and that means we've got 9-7 here. And the CTs, this is what we're used to seeing on Inferno, and honestly, just in general on CT side Counter-Strike. You can save, but you can also go for these 4-step pistol armor buys, and they're going to stack this A-bomb site. They've only got AZ in the B-bomb site, and he's the top frag right now. So they're picking the hot player and throwing him all by himself, and see if he can fend off. But at the moment, it's going to be 2 Ts working towards Haybale, slowly moving up Banana at the moment. And this is where now we get to see how LDLC works these anti-ecos. Because again, we saw Dignitas a lot of the time maybe moving a little bit quick on those anti-ecos, and they put themselves in some less than favorable situations. So we'll see if the T side and LDLC Blue, they work things a little bit slower. And thus far, they're doing exactly that.
Yeah, certainly. I like the way they're moving thus far for Dignitas. They're thinking about stacking over towards B, but LDLC with a good read on the situation. They have one player faking, but they're not in position to take into A immediately. A little far back on mid. Keo having a long, arduous battle over here at Banana. I don't know how he stayed alive this long. Oh my, he's going to win this? Okay, he gets one, but at this point, the round is pretty much lost because Dignitas just gets mowed down as they come up mid. But oh my, that fight was so prolonged.
Yeah, he was sitting right by the grill for a long, long time as him and MSL trying to duel it out. MSL makes it out with 2 HP and now finds himself in a lone man situation. And he's staying put at B, and I can't blame him at all. He's got a $500 pistol in his hand. He's got a kit, and he still has 92 points of armor to his name. So yeah, not a bad save at all. The problem with this round is that they didn't make it very expensive. Kiroshima's the only one that went down, and he only had that Tech 9. So not expensive to say the least at all in that round. And LDLC Blue, that's, again, fantastic for him. You can't really afford to let these Ts get through these rounds. Now, Dignitas more or less needs to make this round, next one, pretty expensive before, obviously, the rifle rounds start off, as otherwise the Ts should have enough to buy, even if they lose that first rifle round from the CT side.
Yeah, they're getting in that area. You're 100% correct. Dignitas would love to take... Even 2 players is just enough to keep the economy somewhat stagnant. 3, then you're losing a little money, but that's the goal here for Dignitas. It's just some numbers to take out. If they can win the round, even better. But just getting kills at the beginning is the game plan for them. Aggression inside of the halls, barely miss each other. And now XPG is going to slowly work his way up, take control of the halls. You can see how little LDLC wants to risk here, just grouped up. Only one player all by himself, and he's the only player without an actual rifle. So there's the little gambit over there. And now thinking about hitting over towards B. This time Dignitas, I guess they put their only player with a good gun at B. That's MSL with the Tech 9 here. So unless MSL makes a big play, I don't see this going Dignitas way.
And here we go, LDLC blue. They're going to take up towards Arches. They sent XPG first as he's got an SMG. They drop that Molotov on the closet area, but they will rotate the bomb towards B once again. Only MSL, like you were stating, they pick the man with the equipment and put him in the bomb site. So needs to go pretty darn huge with this Tech 9 in hand. They're going to Molotov that first set of oranges, and will be XPG to take down Nico in the arch side. So he's going to be able to come through CT spawn, and it's a little bit overkill as there's only one player on the site, but we'll see. MSL might be able to make this work for himself as he finds one, takes down Kiyoshima, and probably feels good that he got it within the first couple bullets, as last time they got in that exchange, it wasn't within the first couple bullets. So 4 on 3 here on the retake.
Not even first dozen. It was, the second dozen. That fight was hilarious. But are they going to go for this? They have him trapped. Like, it's going to be LDLC have to make a decision where they want to exit, and the fact that Bully's going alone here kind of worries me. They should be able to take him down. Yes, like you have to exit as a team when you're coming out. You leave just enough time left on the clock of the bomb to solidify the round. And like we were talking about, this is the damage Dignitas needed to do, and they did a fantastic job at it. And now LDLC won't be at the point where they could just buy if they lose in the next time. But now for Dignitas, they bought up in the second as well. So no ops here, or I suppose Pimp if he wants one. Oh, there it is.
There it is. He will pick one up, and yeah, I love the way Dignitas just works exit frags there. As on the A-bomb site, if they're full HP and you plan on the right location, they actually don't even have to leave the bomb site. They can stay in pit and they stay alive. Whereas in B, it's a good read by Dignitas because they've got to exit out of one way or another. So he puts some on CT and they end up going banana and peeking kind of one by one. But hold that thought as Pimp's gonna take one down in mid. Or I believe that was in mid. As he will swap over with Nico here. So Pimp gets the early pick because he's got a spawn for it possibly. But a trade in banana as it's gonna be MSL to take down Kiyoshima, but trade it off. And now an advantage to the T's as Petite Skill is gonna be booking into this bomb site. But they haven't committed to it completely, but they force a player to get pulled over now in a 2v3, as it's only Bully and Petite Skill left.
He's thinking about joining. Oh, Petite Skill. He loves this B-bomb site. It's his home. He takes out Pimp, and now 2-on-2. Rotate pretty far away from Dignitas, so gonna have time to get those post-plant positions right. Nico had picked up Pimp's op. Well, he's going to be working that from the garden area. Are they going to engage together, or are they going to split? It looks like they're going to be splitting one from the main and one from the garden. Nico looking for anybody to peek him. Oh, Bully does. And now it's just Petite Skill. He's been having a really good match, but not allowed. Kierby. They do Molotov off the bomb, but it's not going to be enough time to make it a big deal. Wait, they don't have a kit. Uh-oh. This is getting scary. I think he still has it, but it might be a little close.
Just in case Nico's just like, I'm going down banana, man. And they will be able to get it. But yeah, was a little bit close there. If they didn't drop the smoke on that incendiary, or Molotov rather, definitely it would have been a bad time for them. But it will be Dignitas' round as they pick up that first rifle one. And you can see again, the T side in LDLC, because they got that bomb set. I feel like if they didn't get that bomb down, they would have had a lot less to work with in this round. As you can see, they've got pretty much full nades. They got Petite Skill and XPG, Molotovs in hand. The rest of them, pretty much Kiyoshima, the only one isn't able to get too many nades with his purchase, but that's quite all right, as he is the stand-in, more than likely. He's probably not a crucial element. They more or less point him in a direction and get him to work some frags and such. I still remember Shocks talking about Kiyoshima saying when they were brought into the kind of the epic envious lineup and such, when Kiyoshima was brought in there, the reason he liked him so much was he could just go, Kiyoshima, go that way and kill things, and he would just go and just wreak havoc on areas of the map. So definitely I think that's his position here, and the rest of them is where they work kind of the harder strats in terms of where the smokes and everything else is going. Obviously Kiyoshima is going to have a wide variety of strategies from his top tier team as well, but again, the fact that they're able to just kind of point him in a direction should work out well for him. But it is Dignitas with the round lead, and they're holding pretty good in this round. They've put decent damage on Bully and XPG, but he's still looking to put some focus towards top mid.
Yep, that's the game plan. Dignitas playing it a little soft here. I have two players at arch side. They like to shift their setup around a lot, even when the pressure is not being formed. They still like to rotate around a bit. Nico onto Mad C. Now LDLC want to come back towards banana here. MSL throws a pop flash out. He doesn't have to take this risk, but he takes it anyway. Now his teammate, AZ, he's in danger. Can he take down Bully? Okay, gets the first one. They line up for him. It's Petite Scout who gets the kill. Everybody from LDLC is so low. Only 5 seconds remain on the clock. They got to get it down right now, and they're going to do that. But again, very little HP. And this is a point where you have to take a risk because you're probably going to lose this round unless you do something crazy. And the LDLC's mindset is, we're going to push through the smoke into spawn. Pimp was keen to it, though. Gets both of them. But at that point, you can't really be expected to just hold an angle with that amount of HP. You're going to get pre-fired and such. But I wanted to highlight a point you were making earlier, like with saying Keo, like, go this way and kill things. By having players like that, and Envy's filled with them, you can play 2 different styles like in the same exact match, because you can have all your set stuff, all your set smokes, your set coordinated takes, or you can just have the slow works, and you have your like MBKs, Kiyoshimas that can roll with that style. And I don't know, I think it's just one of the many things that make Envy really scary.
Definitely a ton of talent on that roster, but Dignitas are going to move up to 11-9 here, as they still don't have a great economy, but it's going to be Nico to open up the round. It's nice to see that, as that's going to be his 6th frag of the match here. He was on 5, and I was a little bit worried for him, but he opens up, and this is an eco round, though, and maybe makes it even more important. He misses that shot, and maybe they run him over or something like that and lose an AWP. So the fact that he gets that, I like it, and now LDLC Blue, they've got a smoke and 3 flashes to work with, and I think they've already utilized one of their smokes, actually, so I think they started with 2. Actually, I'm not 100% certain. Some CTs might drop the smoke on truck and try and spot feet underneath it from truck. I think I've seen that before, but nonetheless, it will dissipate, so it doesn't really matter here as they're taken towards back halls. That's going to be the call. I think maybe they'll smoke. Oh, they get smoked out immediately, though, and here we go. We are going to see a flashbang comes out over Pit. It's going to be first frag. Bully makes his way out. Nico follows up, though, but he gets dropped immediately after.
Oh, he almost naded himself.
That would have been terrible. 3v3 here as the bomb set.
Yeah, Bully. Oh, he goes down anyways. He was so scared of that nade, but Dignitas looking to retake, keep that momentum going. AZ trapped inside the moto. Mad C wants to fight, loses it. Just XPG from the pit, gets the first one. 2 more to beat. They're looking for him. He thinks somebody's above him, but nobody's home. AZ finishes off the round. Dignitas, what is this, 3 in a row now? Yes. And now they're still losing. Like 3 is a number where you don't gain any money when you're coming into the next round after winning it. So their economy is still being kept in check by LDLC, so it looks like LDLC is on the ropes at this point, but just stringing 2 rounds together, and they're right back in it, like 11-12. It's still really close, but a lot of it boils down to this round. If LDLC lose this one, Dignitas presumably goes up to 14. So at this point, Dignitas only need to win 2 or 3 more gun rounds.
Yeah, and I think LDLC Blue, the fact that they've been able to get so many buys here is the last 3 that they've lost, although they've lost them, they've got a bomb plan in every single round. So you just get a lot more rifle rounds in when that's the case. As Dignitas, they're going to push 2 down banana early on here. Again, that deep banana smoke. It's going to be AZ and MSL, and they're going to re-smoke once again. It looks like on the T side, they're going to try and boost Kiyoshima up over the smoke. They're having a bit of difficulty, though, but oh, yeah, and Petite skills. He's not having I'm just not going to look at that anymore. I think I'm cursing them. But anyhow, they're trying to boost over that smoke so they can peek up banana. And the CTs are going to smoke off once again in the middle. And they should have some more utility to work on banana as well, but it's not going to be as deep as smoke. So now the opportunity arises for the T's to work up that direction, but it's going to be Bluey to get dropped down to 2 HP in mid. And MSL finally, first blood in the round, takes down Maddox. So down a man here is LDLC, and again, they're reaching kind of last chance territory. They really need to take some rounds, and this is not going so well for them. MSL with 2.
Yeah, they can only lose like 2 more gun rounds, this one included. So LDLC, they're on the brink of losing this. Dignitas looking more and more control as the time goes on. LDLC, 2 of their members really low. Pimp on the other side of the smoke. He could, if he just spams through the smoke, those are 2 free kills for him. But instead goes into the janitor. Now gets the first one. Boom, just like that. Swift stuff from Pimp and brings Dignitas to the 13th round. Let's take a look at the money on the terrorist side. They might just force up. They could save if they want like full nades and everything, but knowing like Keo and companies on the team right now, it would surprise me if they didn't. Okay, so they do buy up just enough to give themselves a chance this round, but they're still going to be having a full buy next round, and that's what losing 4 in a row can allow you to do on the T side.
Yeah, lost bonus. A beautiful thing, as they're going to bring multiple players up Banana very quickly, so trying to push up very fast, and honestly, it's not a bad idea. They've got Nico and AZ. Hold a nice crossfire. AZ goes down, though. It's now only Nico, and up on his back, but he tries to go with the pistol play, and he is going to go down. So Nico dropped with that AWP. It will be MSL to fire back. Matic dropped down very low, but with an op in hand, very dangerous in this position. Bully picks up the bomb at front sight. They've got a ton of time to play with here. Bully looks to get aggressive back towards Banana, but this could be his demise as there's two players waiting for him. This is a good read here from Dignitas that they shouldn't go any further, wait for him, and it's actually going to be Bully to find the first one on this attempted retake from the CT side. Now 2-on-2 as MSL and Pimp have to work together here.
Yeah, I like the reads Bully's making here, thinking about going for the fake stuff. He knows one's in the spawn, he's letting it rip from through the smoke, but still, yet to get the bomb down. They know one's still from Banana, and now, is it going to be a fake? Is it going to be a real plant? Bomb goes down, MSL, he's taking the long way route. He does not, he needs to wait for his teammate to be ready. Pimp, pulls a nade, gets punished for it. Now just MSL, 20 HP, burns him to death. Did he not know he was burning? I don't know, but then MSL just takes to the skies. What? This is, I don't understand.
I don't know why MSL tries to jump that smoke. Parkour style, it gets taken out midair, and yeah, Pimp. That's one of the timings that it's great to get a smoke down or any utility, but he gets caught out with it, and that's a great read from LDLC Blue. Bully knows that the equipment advantage probably in the CT's favor, so he peeks out as soon as he hears him get to top of Banana and right in front of sight and able to steal that frag away. And I thought that MSL was going to be able to clutch that, but again, that smoke actually ended up working against MSL, and that was Pimp Smoke. So, interesting round as LDLC Blue, they're not done with this yet, and one thing I do want to point out, guys, we do have another best of one coming up after this, is Space Soldiers versus Team Acer, and we were going to keep you guys updated on the match as it's live, but they've been nice enough to say that they will delay just so you guys can see the whole match. So definitely shout out to them, show them some love as we see frags going back and forth 3-on-3 as they take up Banana, but the bomb is down and alt mid at Haybale, completely in control by the CT side.
Yeah, it's in the clutches of Kierby currently. He has his teammate Nico in great position here in the middle of apartments to really cut it in half here. It's going to be difficult to gather the bomb, especially if Kirby is coming down from below in the pit. If LDLC is not careful, he could end the round right here. Mad C shows his ankle. Is he going to take the fight? Nico, he's getting so much information from his teammate, and now Kirby's in a really interesting position because do you go for this? You don't know who else is up there. He's going to take the fight.
Oh my God.
He's taking a lot of time. Oh, Petite Scale almost had time to go for that, and look how far back Keo is. Like, what's the game plan here? To get the bomb, he has to basically run at this point. He doesn't have time to go all slow like this. He has to take the fights now. Otherwise, he's not going to have a chance at all. Kirby gets on top of the sandbags and looking for him up from above. It doesn't look like Keo's even going to go for this. I don't know what the game plan was in the end. Like, he had to take the fights.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what. After his two teammates go down there, I think he's just kind of slowly walking up. And then, again, at that point, like you were saying, no real time to get the bomb down. Gager B with a 4K. That was a massive round for him. And LDLC Blue, they were able to open up with a lot of frags early, but the bomb going down shows that frags aren't everything. There's a lot of objective-based stuff here that if you just lose the bomb, obviously, it turns it into now T's are retaking a location. It's very different than retaking a bomb site, as you're not necessarily practicing, oh, the bomb's down at alt mid, retake that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different angles that you're just not used to retaking possibly as a team. So it doesn't work out for LDLC Blue. Dignitas now on 14, and they're facing a pretty ill-equipped T side, but they have forced up, and it looks like they're working up Banana.
Yep, AZ's prime position here. Spam away, gets the first one. I don't think he's going to be able to make it out of there. Spams on the second one as well. Can't get around the corner. He does have his teammate MSL, though, but it's Petite Scale. This man is the ruler of Banana right now. Nobody seems to be able to stop him. He's getting kills every time. Little hole in the smoke. Nico can't connect, and he's thinking about taking the fight before his teammates get there. Ballsy stuff. Gets one. Was it worth it? We'll see if Dignitas can win that. I'd like to see him just post up garden and wait for the rest of his teammates, but still coming in from the main entrance. KRB decides to go around to the garden. Assistance from Pimp in just a second here. LDLC set up. They got one new boxes, as well as XTG flashing himself out of Banana. Spots one of them, doesn't need any help. That's Keo, gets that one. And just Pimp coming up from the main entrance. Keo, this was the big one, and he burns to Pimp. He had no idea that was there, but there's no way he's going to get this defused. It's going to be close, but it's not going to happen. Nice try by Pimp, but LDLC is going to take the round.
Yeah, Gio looked like he avoided. There was a Molotov in dark spot, and he was trying to throw his own incendiary at the same time, and he like threw it straight towards dark spot, realized that there's fire there, then went back the other way and just assumed there's no way there's Molotovs on both sides of me. And lo and behold, there was one at New Box as well. So he burned to death, but it doesn't matter.
Everybody comes in expecting him to carry, and he just burns to death.
Poor guy.
They won the round anyways, though.
They do take it, so 11-14 here as Dignitas, they're now in eco territory. They're going for a straight blitz play, though. It's going to be 2 frags to their favor, but only KRGB left, and he's in an awkward spot. They nade him down to 18 HP. So he grabs an AK, though. And that's a big win for them. As you can see, their monetary situation, they only have, if they lose this round, it'll be 2 rounds worth of loss bonus. That's not a heck of a lot, so we can hang on to this AK-47. That would be pretty darn good for the CT side, as LDLC Blue will move up to 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Again, Dignitas, I don't know. They're not going to have a lot of gear in this next round.
That's the problem here. We're looking at 2 rounds of loss bonus, going to be hovering about like 3,500, 4,000, a couple people, and they have this AK behind them. So are they going to buy behind it? I don't know if that's the best decision to make here. You could save up 1 more round and then have two gun rounds to bring it home, but we'll see what they decide to do here. Let's check the money. Hovering around that mark. Are they going to buy is my question. Buying a little bit. P250s, couple nades. Just trying to do the math. They have bought up just enough where their buy round is going to be fully stocked next time. So now let's check the setup. Looks like 3-2, nothing too out of the ordinary. KRB might be peeking up into the apartments. He's getting really aggressive, and he has nobody with him. So this AK, unless he goes crazy, oh man, they're lining up for him. This could be nuts. Gets the first one, but no. Petite Scale having a fantastic game thus far. Usually he's not fragging this hard from when I see LDLC Blue play, but really stepping it up, specifically over towards the banana side. And now looking at Dignitas here. They're split up, and they have to make a decision here, or they want to aggress. They are bringing 2 players down halls. Petite Scale once more. Oh, catch him with a nade out. That looks pretty strange, but gets the kill. Now Pimp falling back. LDLC Blue, they're looking a little frantic, trying to recover here, trying to trade back, but instead they give an AK over to Pimp. Now Dignitas with an advantage. LDLC still haven't taken much real estate.
Yeah, Kio's going to try and push front sight. They've got Matic up on balcony. They take down Pimp. MSL's now backpedaling towards Arch, but can't get away. Only AZ left. As it looks like LDLC Blue, they're going to take their 13th round here. Looked a little bit promising there for a moment for Dignitas, but now only AZ, and he's pushed up the side. He pushes right through the smoke. Going to try and take down Matic, but it won't be so, as beautiful crossfire comes in. 2 for Matic, 2 for Kiyoshima. He move up onto 13, and Dignitas, the fact that KRGB, he moves up quickly and tries to peek out there, it's a bit of a confident play with the only rifle. You need to get so much done, and that's why I disagree with it, how he tries to turn and run after that first frag. You've got to know that at this level of play on the T side, you should have someone near enough to refrag. So the fact that he gets 1, yeah, you probably caught him off guard and they didn't expect you to push there, so maybe there won't be a refrag coming in real quick, but that's exactly what it was. And when he turned his back, he got dropped immediately. So if he gets maybe 2 instead, and he could have just held the spray maybe even. And
I'm saying
got that
3
second,
is the number you need at that position, because there's nobody there to help you grab the AK if you go down.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to make good use of that weapon when it's the only one on the field. So 13-14 though, making it very close. We've got 2 matches coming down to the wire. It's gonna be the first frag though, CT side. KRB is going to find 2 before traded off Pimp onto Petite Scale, but they're trying to still force the issue on this A-bomb site. They've ran past Kiyoshima. He's inside of the smoke here. He flanks MSL. It's a 2-on-2. Nico and AZ both at Arch side.
Yeah, Mad C coming inside of the site here, trying to get this bomb down. He's worried about Nico, however. Keo lurking about at mid. He has a lot of confidence in his teammate to be able to get that bomb down safely. Keo now thinking about flanking around, perhaps. Dignitas taking things really slowly. The approach, slow as can be. Trying to be as patient as possible. Now Keo comes through to try to help his French brethren. Keo goes easy. Oh, man. Dignitas going to move on to the 15th tie point round. Man, Keo hasn't been having a lot of success in these end clutch scenarios. But 15 now claimed by Dignitas. Let's take a look at LDLC's money. They are going to be able to get a decent buy together here. Not as good as I expected, actually. 3 guns, and then the rest maybe Tech 9s. Oh, they're sacrificing armor on Mad C and a couple nades on Keo. But yeah, man, back-to-back matches. That's the start of our pro series. Like, I'm just hyped.
Yeah, impressive stuff coming out from our first 2 matches here as LDLC Blue now very much back against the fence. And it's only going to be 1 round left. Team Dignitas can then close it out here as I feel like, yeah, Kiyoshima in that last spot did not necessarily live up to the hype. That being said, he did get a really good flank kill to actually create that situation. So we'll see if he can find anything more here. As it's a 4-on-4 early on, they're gonna take towards A, as they've already brought a player around Rap side. That's gonna be Matic. His pimp has gone down. And here they go. He's gonna try and lurk through the smoke. Nico has no idea, and he's blindsided by Matic. Huge frag to come in, and now it's only AZ and MSL. They're going to try and take through the smoke. Some low T's, and they're able to crossfire in a way that it's only Kiyoshima left. And he's going to be taking up mid, and I'm not going to lie, he looks like he is on ice skates right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. Keo, the legend himself, can he bring this potential overtime? We'll see. Peeking out, 2 Dignitas members up. They're both peeking the same location. AZ, first guy to take the fight. AZ, can he take him down once more? We're down to a 1-on-1. This is for the match. AZ, can you do it? 15 HP on Keo. He's going to go ahead and try to go for a flashbang. They can't find each other. AZ still looking. Jumps up top. Finishes the match. LDLC is going to falter to Dignitas. And AZ, he has Keo's number today.